These days, being a good person is just not enough if you're going to operate in this world that we live in. Being smart is not enough if you're going to operate in this world that we living in these days. Having a good head on your shoulders is not enough. People are getting taken out of their blessings. People getting taken off of their route, their lane, because they want to hop into other lanes. People being brainwashed. People speaking that witchcraft and all that spiritual warfare on people. I just saw the news back home for me in Philadelphia where the police chief was talking about a teenager that killed somebody for attention. You know, some of these kids running around killing people to fit in. Some of these kids are just like good kids that they just got caught up with the wrong crowd. Everybody heard it. You know, the good kid got caught up with the wrong people. The stuff like this happens all the time. It don't matter where you're from. This stuff happens all the time. It's just like having a good head on your shoulders is not the thing that gets you where you want to be these days all the time. It is a good start, but you know that the good die young. You know, for some reason, the bad makes it far in life. It's just the design that it's like a matrix. Me and my mom was talking about that. She was like, why does bad things happen to good people? But bad people, there'll be some people that make it the farthest. Your politicians, these people making the laws. You know, I ain't here to just rant. But I just want to talk about how having a good head on your shoulders these days is just not enough. It's not enough anymore. You know, it's a good start. It's a good start to have a good head on your shoulders. You know, you have an understanding of God. You have an understanding of right and wrong. That's a good start. But in that, you also have to have patience. You know, some people think that what I'm going through, nobody else is going through this. It makes you feel so indifferent to everybody else in the world, but we all going through the same thing, just in a different manner, little details, but we all going through the same thing. It don't matter if you black, white, Hispanic, Asian, it does not matter. It don't matter what your ethnicity is, your religion, your creed, it does not matter. We all going through the same thing. And when you get time to just step out of that matrix, you know, go into that isolation and just soul search. Start to really test yourself. You know, hit the gym. You start to try to diet, do stuff that you don't want to do to get where you know you need to get to. That's when you start to see that, man, this is a matrix. When you just got to pull yourself out of it. And you start to see that, like, just having that good head on your shoulders is a good start, but that's not all it's going to take to get you to where you want to be in life. You're going to need patience and isolation, having time to yourself, having time to think and just make a plan of where you want to be in life, what steps you want to take to get you to that next level. A lot of people are just crashing out because they have no kind of patience. They want it fast. I want results now. Oh, I want to hurry up and get big in the gym because I go in the gym and I feel small compared to the other guys, so I'm going to go and take steroids. These days, it's an epidemic with these young people hitting the gym. It's amazing people young are taking the fitness journey seriously. But some of these young people, I'm not going to say everybody, but these days, these young people see no problem. Not everybody, but some of these young guys, they see no problem with doing steroids. That is terrifying to me. Like when I was in the military, I used to always hit the gym. I used to hit the iron all the time, and people would joke with me like, yo, bro, we know you on the roids, man. And I'm like, I'm not doing steroids. But I used to think it was funny. But you don't know how much like a person that's like maybe watching you or admiring your fitness journey, they really might be thinking like, man, I know he's doing this. I'm gonna do some steroids. I knew so many people in the military that did steroids. That was like a thing that people was doing. I'm not gonna say I knew a lot of people doing it, but I knew people that were doing steroids. And it's just not worth it. It's so bad for your body. But it's like it could be the nicest person, most genuinest person. And I'm not trying to, this is your life. If you want to take steroids, do that. But I'm not going that way. And I'm not going to tell people that that's the way to go. I see some people, some influencers online, they tell people Like, I'm not saying that you should do this, and I think that's a plausible, because you try and tell people like, hey, this ain't the right way to do it. Try to do it naturally, but people really, they don't have patience. Patience is something that people lack these days. A person, except for going to get a job to buy a car, they gonna go steal it. I'm gonna go steal this Kia or the Hyundai. They made memes about this stuff. Kids just stealing these cars, thinking that it's funny, something that somebody worked hard for, blood, sweat, and tears went into obtaining that car. Just for some young kid to go steal it, joyride it, and crash it somewhere. I lie to you not. It's a thing these days. People just want stuff now. I guess it has always been like this. It ain't just these days. I think now with social media, we're able to see these things at a higher caliber. It's right in our face. Like, people making memes about, oh, this is how you steal the Kias. It's just crazy. There's so many kids that are good kids just being took down the wrong way. So many people that have great futures, but they getting took down the wrong way by the gaslighting on social media. They see, oh, my friend got the car, so I want to get one so bad, I'm going to go steal it. My friend just got these name brand clothes, if it even is name brand. You go online and get the stuff, the knockoffs. But that person a person that does not have enough common sense will really go and steal that. Risk their freedom for some clothing. It's just, you need patience. Little sis out there, little brother out there, you need patience in yourself. It's gonna come. Ain't nothing wrong with buying your stuff from a place where it's cheaper. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm happy that my mom, she wouldn't buy me all the name brands and stuff. And it makes me really appreciate it now that I'm older. Because I see these kids, they want just name brand everything. My son is like that. Name brand, I want the Nikes, I want this and that. I'm happy that, like, me and his mom could give him those things. But I'm really humbled that I see the worth in some of these things. It's not worth it. Some of these things, it just ain't worth it. I got a Nike shirt on. I sound like a hypocrite. I went and bought this. I'll buy it from like a place. You go to a thrift store and get the name brands. You can go to, Burlington Coat Factory. You don't got to go to the Nike store to get these things. But then they want it straight from the outlets. They want it from the outlet store. They want it offline. They playing a different game these days. But, these young people need patience. It's going to come. If you work hard for it, there's nothing wrong to go and splurge your money out and get the things that you want, because you deserve it. You work hard for that. At least try to put some money to the side. But, they're having a good head on your shoulders these days, it just ain't, it ain't it. It's a good start, but it's not going to get you all the way to the finish line. I had a good head on my shoulders, and I got taken down all kinds of paths in my life, just trying to fit in, trying to find the fast money, trying to find the popularity. I'm happy, like, I made it by the skin of my teeth. I made it by the skin of my teeth. I did not think I would make it this far in life. And I don't even like talking about that. I made it this far because God had a plan for me. But I know that I didn't have a plan for myself. And I had a good head on my shoulders, but growing up in poverty, seeing what people have and you don't have, being one of the have-nots, it really makes you say, I want this now. What else? The people want the clothes, the cars, the money, the drug people. So many young people selling drugs and doing stuff like that. It just, everybody knows where this stuff leads. And everybody has a plan of how they not gonna get caught. Everybody has a plan of how they gonna be the one that's gonna make it through clean. And then when you don't make it, you literally get left behind. You taking yourself out of this matrix, putting yourself into a whole new matrix. Now you're gonna get out of jail all these years later. You're gonna try to reach out to your friends that's doing good for themselves. You think they're gonna really want to talk to you? They not gonna want to talk to you. They're gonna always remember you for wanting to take your life that way. It's as sad as it is. Coming from where I come from, I know a lot of people that live that life, a lot of friends, a lot of family. And it's like, I can't help you. I'm doing good. I got a little bit of something going good for me in my life. I can't. And I be feeling bad. I was talking to one of my family members and she was telling me like, I don't want to talk to this person because they did this and that. And I'm like, yo, you ain't wrong for that. You ain't wrong. This is your life. You don't want to mess your life up being around the wrong people. The person could be going the right way. The person could be the most craziest person back in the day, and now they on the right track. But you don't know who that person wronged. I had a homie in Pittsburgh was telling me that a close person to him had passed away because somebody sold him fentanyl. And they wanted to kill the person. They was upset at the person that sold it to him. See, the people that's doing this stuff, they don't think about like, man, I get my life together. I'm gonna get out of jail, and I'm gonna get my life together now. People remember you for like what you did. Like, yo, you the reason why my auntie OD. You the reason why my uncle went crazy and killed himself. They remember these things, and you gotta still try to find a way to live your life. But stop now. Stop now before you go in the wrong direction. It's just not worth it. So that's what I'm saying. Having a good head on your shoulders is a good start. To that person that might be getting out of jail for going the wrong way, you don't need to be trying to go back to your old hood and trying to, you could maybe try to help the kids out, but be careful. People remember you that you might have wronged, and you don't know what that person's thinking. You don't know where that person's at mentally. They want revenge on you for something you might have did as a child, as a teenager. That's the world we living in. I try to reach out to people that I knew from back in the day. They remember me from when I was low vibrational. And I'm not mad at them. You can avoid me. You could leave me on, leave me on red. I don't care. And I respect it because I understand who I used to be. I know that I was somebody that went the wrong way. And people probably think, like, oh man, he's still going the wrong way. I respect it. It's all love. It is all love. Because everybody trying to find they pinnacles. Everybody trying to make it to be who they got to be in life. And if you got to leave me on red, you got to leave me in the past, let me blow in the wind, I'm still going to find my way. I ain't mad at that. I found my way already. But if a person don't want to see that, I can't argue with that. God going to do what he got to do for both of us. And I hope that I still wish the best for anybody that knew me from the past that might think that I'm that person I used to be. I'm not. I came a long way from who I used to be. But we can't control that. I was telling somebody in the comments one day that like when you went the wrong way, you can't be trying to go back and apologize to everybody. Hey, I'm sorry for what I did back all these years ago. It ain't worth it. You don't gotta say sorry. Just be a better person. That's it. It ain't worth it trying to have somebody over you, trying to feel like you owe them something. It ain't worth it. Just live your life. You gotta have thick skin because people will try to gaslight you. They will try to play those subliminal mind games because they know they got something over you. If you went the wrong way, you don't gotta apologize to them people. I got exes that I dated in the past, and my mom was asking me like, yo, like what you gonna say to, is it okay if so-and-so was here? And I'm all like, I'm not worried. I'm not even gonna reach out to these people because I just wish the best for people, but it ain't worth it. People move on with their life. You do not gotta come into somebody's life and try to make stuff right. And that's some wisdom. That's what I'm saying. You could come correct, having a good head on your shoulders. Like, I want to just say sorry. You don't know what you might have did to that person mentally. You don't know if you traumatized that person. You don't know what you might have said and how that affected that person's feelings. Best thing you can do is just move on with your life. Let them people just be going in your past. Let them be a part of your history that you learn from. But you don't gotta say sorry. Have thick skin. To have faith in yourself to keep on moving forward. To not be worried about these people. Being able to be by yourself, having that patience, being able to move in isolation and just keep on going. One day they might run into your profile, they might run into somebody that knows who you became in life, and they're gonna probably be happy for you. They're like, wow, I remember who she used to be. She doing that now? Wow, good for her. I'm not even mad at her. And that's what it's about, because people's life keep on going. People keep on going. People you gotta watch out for, the ones from the past that try to come back because they try to do the same stuff that you was doing back in the day. I don't know why it's like that. And that brings me to my next point, having willpower. These are the things that you need to make it to where you want to be at. So having a good head on your shoulders, it just ain't enough. You need patience, you need the isolation, you need thick skin to forgive yourself for the stuff that you might have made mistakes on in the past, from the stuff that people will say about you. them thoughts about, like, I wonder what she said about me. It don't matter what she said about you. It's not your business what somebody that was from your past said about you. I don't know if you need to hear this, but it's not your business what your exes might have said about you from your past. It's not your business. The worst thing you can do is try to go back to that ex. I just want to say sorry about all that. I mean, if you lucky, the person will even give you a time of day. But most people, they don't want to hear that. I asked somebody really close to me, and she was telling me if I run into one of my exes, I act like they don't even exist. I don't even want to hear it. And I was like, man, thanks for telling me that, because it taught me that, you don't need to be trying to go back and rekindle, not even to rekindle, but just to say sorry. I mean, like, if it's up to everybody, each his own. If you really did some messed up stuff, you be like, hey, look, I just want to say sorry. I'm gonna leave you alone. I promise. Maybe that's a thing, but most people don't care. They just want to move on with their life. And you just need that willpower, because you putting that spiritual warfare on yourself by trying to do the stupid stuff early. You gotta have that willpower to not be so hard on yourself, to say, I'm gonna keep on going. I'm not gonna stop. I made mistakes, but it does not define who I am. Use that willpower to get up every day and keep on going out that door and hitting the gym up. To get up every day and not just come home and just feel bad and grope about how my life went. I made all these mistakes. People wronged me. I need to get revenge. These kids out here just doing this crazy stuff, not even giving them time to fulfill and become who they want to be in life. It's crazy out here. You don't need to get revenge. You don't need to do all this stuff. You don't need to try to do stuff to feel like you're a part of the cool club and all that. It doesn't matter. What matters is about getting to where you want to be at in 10 years. I'm trying to tell you, I was not this person when I was younger. It came through like self-development and working on myself. I didn't have confidence. I didn't have fitness. I just didn't have it. I wasn't raised right. I love my mom to death, but I was raised by her and my grandma. I didn't have my dad. I didn't have a grandfather. My grandfather passed away. I didn't have my uncle. My uncle lived in a different state. My other uncle, I didn't really have a relationship with him that was that tight. I didn't have a relationship with a man growing up. I was looking up to the wrong people in my environment because I thought that's the cool crowd. I'm so lucky that my life went where it went. I just luckily ran to the right people. I took the risk of leaving my environment, going out to see something new, hitting the military, and it took patience. I had people tell me like, what, you thought that was what life was about? And I got clowned for it, but it taught me something. Like, man, you can learn something from sometimes being destroyed a little bit. Like I was talking about in the past video, life you building and destroying. When people destroy you, you can learn something. In the 48 Laws of Power, it tells you that like a friend will, they won't tell you good advice, but an enemy will tell you the best advice, because they will tell you what your flaws really are. They'll tell you how they really feel about you. And, don't take it to heart. Have patience to learn and evaluate. You go into isolation and evaluate the mistakes that the enemy is telling you about yourself. You evaluate the flaws in your character, and you work on yourself. Get that ball rolling. Hit the gym up. I'm gonna educate myself. Well, the enemy said that you so stupid. Everybody here know you stupid. Everybody think you the stupidest, most retarded person. Well, now I know. I'm gonna go get some education. I'm gonna go work on myself. Do all that. You gotta do that. It's gonna take patience, isolation. It's gonna take thick skin. Don't crash out. I'm gonna get revenge because this person bullied me back in the day. I'm gonna get revenge for this person talking about me. You made fun of me because I didn't have the cool clothes. And it takes willpower. That willpower to keep on going. But yeah, I just had to get this message today. I don't know who's gonna resonate with. I don't know who needed to hear this. I hope that it's helping somebody, if anybody even sees it. But it's been real talking to y'all. I'm about to get to my appointment and get back to work. But love you guys. Peace.